Good evening. There's been a couple of questions about the Because Winn Dixie book club assignment, so I figured it'd be easier to just do, hopefully, a quick video instead of typing out everything, because for me it's easier to watch than to read something. I will put a couple of resources and things that will just reiterate what I'm saying here, and will give you something to reference as well. The basic thing to understand is that we do work at school, and then I will assign a section of reading for them to do. Every time they get a section of reading to do, they have to identify a part that they either find interesting, funny, or confusing. So once they've selected either an interesting, funny, or confusing Michael Alexander part, they have to identify the page number that it's on, or it could be within a section of pages, and they need to write kind of a summary of the situation and the connection to the interesting, funny, or confusing. And a couple of examples: if they are not sure what's happening between pages 21 and 22, they'd write on page or between page 21 and 22. Opal and Winn Dixie make this choice, and I'm not quite sure what the author means by that situation. It could be a specific word or a phrase. But they need to tell me what's happening on the page, what was said, be specific, and then to make the connection to what they don't understand. The same thing goes with interesting. Why did they find that interesting? Did they learn something new in the text that they didn't know before? Is it interesting because it tells them more about the character? It helps them understand and comprehend what's going on in the text more. It's that, oh, now this makes sense moment. And if it's funny, what did they find funny? What did they find humorous? We talked about how a character trait for Opal anyways is that she is very playful with with the language and how she's telling the story. Find Evelyn, get your head to finding the dog situation humorous and making him feel human as well. So get 1 minute. Well, I don't know how to edit, so I'm sorry. So again, they have to read the section of text that I assign, and every time they do assignment, you have to find one piece that's either interesting, funny, or confusing. And they can find more than one, that's fine. It'll prompt our discussions. But confusing trumps everything else, because I need to know if they're not understanding it.